All right. Recordings in progress. We're gonna try to get this broadcast on this feed. We're gonna get this channel on this feed because uh, done a lot of work in the studio, designing the studio, make it comfortable so we can sit in here. We're going to have different contents than what we started out. We're going to also broadcast news stories, and we're also broadcasting and recording the Mosaic law, starting with the first 19 laws on worship, and then we're gonna cover 600. We're gonna cover all 613 laws. Okay, all 613 laws. We're gonna cover them, and we've got them here. We're gonna broadcast them. We're gonna broadcast them so you guys will have them. We know that it's gonna benefit you because it's gonna save you time from going back and digging in the videos to get scriptures. Okay. The videos, the camps broadcasting on the streets is exciting, and it gives you a chance to hear the arguments, to hear them debunk all the different religions. Okay, but at the same time, you need to get these scriptures in you so you can start living right. Okay, so we got 613. We're going to cover 613. We're going to lay them out in subject matter order. We're going to start with how to worship Yahweh, and then the next category will be the laws on the temple and the priests. Next will be the laws on the sacrifices. Okay, and we know Jesus Christ. He ended the sacrifices, but it's good to know. It's good to see them. In other words, what we're showing you in the sacrifices is all the offerings brought to the altar in behalf of every sin that the people did. Okay, it covers every sin, so you actually get a second and third chance to look at the sins at the sins. Okay, you get opportunity to look at this, another opportunity to look at the sins outside of as we go and categorize them. We're going to categorize them. They've already been categorized, and as you look at the different categories within the sacrifices, you get to see the sins and the offering that was brought from the sins, for the sins, the offerings that were brought for the sins. Okay, you get the categories. I don't know how that's showing up in the camera. I think it's backwards, but anyway, that says sacrifices. So then we got the different categories, and okay, all the sacrifices, that's still in sacrifice. All of that still sacrifices. Not like some of the other categories. Then we get down into, let's see, we're still in sacrifices. Then we get down into the vows. You get the vows. You got the ritual purities. Okay, you see the vows, ritual purities, and look down here. You get tithes and offering. Okay, tithes and offering to the sanctuary of Yahweh. I know this says Yahweh. It's still the scriptures are still here. It's still thorough, and it's still science because we categorize them. You still systematically set them in place, so it'll be easy to get to. and easy to learn. What we're doing, what we plan to do here is to teach you how to elaborately encode. That is to enhance your intake, your memory, and your recall. Your memory and your recall. We're going to do that really easy. The key to elaborately encoding is you read something and then you say it in your own words. That's how you file it away in your own brain, ready to recall it. You have to learn doing it another way. Like, okay, I gotta memorize every word is said that they said. I gotta remember the word, say it just like the author said it. No, when you're encoding, you learn this in college, in school. When you're encoding, when you're memorizing, when you're studying, you gotta say it in your own words. That locks it away in a file that you are familiarized with. Okay, familiar with. Okay. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to do that. We're going to say these laws in our own words. But they got to be on point, though. When you paraphrase something, you can't take the meaning of the original sentence or paragraph away. Okay? So we're going to do that. We're going to teach that. We're going to go through these laws. The Sabbath, the year of Sabbaths. Okay? Then we got clean animals, fit for consumption, and offerings for those offerings. You use those animals for those clean animals for the offerings. You only use clean animals for offerings. That's why Jesus Christ could not be the seed of Joseph, because Joseph was a dirty animal. He could only bring forth dirty animals. Okay. Feasts and Sabbaths. Okay. I want to get to these. Let me see. False gods. You got laws on false gods. You got laws on concerning the duties of the community and observing authority of Yahweh. Ain't that something? We're going to cover that. You got laws on that. We didn't think we had a government set up, but God had government. He had laws. He had law enforcers. Okay. Okay. Laws concerning the time of tribulation. Okay. Our duties to our fellow man. Okay. Those are moral laws. Okay. Family. We got laws concerning family. We're going to systematically cover these laws. It's 613 that we picked out here. That the Bible confirms. We got judgment. We got laws concerning slaves and lawsuits. You hear that? We can cover it all. This is life right here. So we're going to cover all of this, and we got PowerPoints, and let's see. We got some other categories here. Oh, we got negative laws too. 365 negative laws. We just covered the positive laws. We were just looking at the positive laws. Now we got negative laws. Worship of false gods and related practices. We got a category for that with laws. With laws. False gods and false practices. See? Because the church got us all messed up. We doing everything is wrong. Everything is the doctrine of man, which was our slave masters. They created this doctrine of worship and how we should worship God from their book of devilish tricks. Excuse me. Prohibition against making allies with nations who worship false gods. That's prohibited. You cannot. We got it. You got laws on that. Okay? We got laws on everything, man. Everything Esau got a law, we got our own law. That's why we cannot be under his government. He got us worshiping a false god. Blaspheme, sanctuary of Yahweh, This guy Yahweh down here. Blaspheme. We do that. People do that. You know what blasphemy is? Is when people pull scriptures out to contradict other scriptures. When Christians do that. See, when we pull scriptures and we know that they are harmonized with the others, with the main theme of God, the main theme of the Bible. All scriptures have to harmonize with the main theme of the Bible. Okay? I don't know, I'm getting some blurry. I don't know what that is. That camera? Is that camera or wind? What is that? Okay. Well, we're going to cut it off and try to do some technical troubleshooting. Okay. That might have been wind. The wind blowing. Okay. So we got these categories and laws: tied, sacrifices, and holy tithes and offerings. We're going to have to do some more investigating on that title as we go through these scriptures. And we know that in the beginning this was true, and it still is true, but there's no priesthood now. The Levites are just kings. We're all kings and priests now. Okay? So there's 300, and there's the priest. You got laws on the priest. We'll cover that, but we're going to cover these most important. They're all important. They're all important. Because we can't operate in this priesthood. There are some things, some laws we need to know as priests, as we judge over the people, you know. Because they doing all kind of ungodly sins. We got to know. And they got to know how we are, how God expects them to judge us. They got to look and see, make sure we ain't going off. I think that priest going off, man, he came in here with his shirt on the wrong side. He walking out trying to tell us stuff. He don't even know his shirt's inside out. He got one shoe on, and he got a red shoe and a green shoe. Yeah, something ain't right with him. You got to know, you know. We got loans, businesses, and treatment of slave laws. Loans, businesses, and treatment of slave laws. See, God, He didn't leave us without. He didn't leave us in question of nothing. Judgment and conduct of judges. Judgment and conduct of judges. Okay. We got over 50 laws right there. Over 50. Sinful relationships. Really? You think you're getting away with something? You ain't getting away with nothing. Sinful relationships. Okay? He got it all covered. We got, and it's categoried out pretty good. Our King. Okay? Our King. Do not set a stranger in the office of king. Deuteronomy. Hey, man. We might have got this. We might have found this online, but man, Israelites put this out. This is Israelite all the way. This is our camps. Some of our scholars got together and put this out. See, this stop you from voting right here. This will stop you from setting Democrats or Republican over you. Israelites are supposed to be entirely separate because we got these laws. They don't use their laws. They don't use God's laws. We use God's laws to govern ourselves. And no man can outthink God. So who do you think I'm going to believe, God or man? We know what condition man got the earth in. Okay? So yeah, we're gonna go over this and cover this. We got our first PowerPoint coming out as soon as Mystery Elder is gonna do some reading. As soon as she get on Zoom, my daughter's gonna show her how to get on Zoom, and we got it coming. We're still working. Don't give up on us. we had to restructure the studio here and get some equipment in here, get a screen in behind us. So we haven't forgot about our work that we have to do to help our brothers and sisters. So with all that being said, we want to say shalom. God bless you. All praises to the Most High for another day. I hope the blessings be with you. Come around, stop sinning, keep the Sabbath tonight and tomorrow, and do better than you did last week. Because time is winding up. We at the end. And you don't want to miss God and hit Jacob's troubles. It's going to be bad enough watching your loved ones and friends go through it. So with that, we say peace. God bless.